together for a brand new show. Scooby Doo is here again, away we go. While Scooby Doo is running from a spooky ghost, Shaggy isn't doing what he does the most. Hey, come on, get involved till the mystery is solved. Hang around for Scooby Doo.
Hello guys, welcome to part 2 of the epic HorrorHouse Scooby Doo two-parter with myself, Morgan Robinson, and our lovely guest, Nolan Dean. This is just the intro to part 2. Part 2 is going to, well, the actual episode at least, going to follow straight off from where we left off in part 1. So if you haven't listened to part 1, certainly go and check that out. But special announcement as of last week when part 1 went out, HorrorHouse is finally on iTunes, which is awesome, and it's taken us long enough. But so yeah, go over to iTunes, just search HorrorHouse, you'll find it straight away. And subscribe, rate, and review over there. I really want to get this thing going up on iTunes, nice and get it up going well. So get it off to a good start and all that. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube as well, all the best. You'll get the little pictures that are coming up there. But obviously, you can download it on iTunes and all that stuff. But yeah, just another place that you can listen to your favourite, everyone's favourite stupid little horror podcast, which is becoming somewhat of a catchphrase, I feel like. But anyway, go and listen to part 1 if you haven't already, and welcome to part 2.
Should we get on to the Scooby-Doo show?
The Scooby-Doo show, which is sort of the Scooby-Doo show and sort of a years later sequel-ish or like new series to the original Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? It's sort of a mix of both.
They're not as scary as some of the Where Are You episodes, but they've still got that fear factor. But the monsters do get a bit less scary, even though there's some really great memorable ones in the Scooby-Doo show.
Absolutely. I mean, the Scooby-Doo show has, like, everybody knows, obviously, Scooby-Doo's Where I You's theme. Everybody.
Scooby-Doo show is actually my favourite intro.
Scooby-Doo show has an excellent theme. It's, I mean, the new Scooby-Doo movies has a ridiculous theme, but I kind of like that as well.
Just wait, Panic at the Disco are soon going to cover a new one.
Oh, God, no. But yeah, the Scooby-Doo show also has a great, memorable theme. We're not going to start singing it now, I don't think, but...
If you told me to bring my guitar, I would have, man. Come on. This is why we do pre-prep.
Oh, well, no, we're not singing. No singing. But yeah, what you say is true when, these episodes, they still have very, very cool monsters in them. Very memorable monsters, but they definitely don't feel as quote-unquote horror as Where Are You does.
It's more of, I think it was just to make it more mainstream, but if I can start us off on one monster, I'm going to go chronologically like you did.
Yes.
The most memorable one that started it off for me was the Gator Ghoul.
Absolutely.
Because I think crocodiles are terrifying normally.
I mean... No, I'm not necessarily afraid of crocodiles, but the or alligators. But the Gator Ghoul, with his shining eyes, or should I say her shining eyes? Was it a woman? It was a woman, wasn't it?
It was Alice Dovely, who I believe was the...
Oh, yes. And this is, of course, set in a swamp.
With a really southern-sounding woman.
We're very, very southern people.
And I believe that's also where we meet another Scooby-Doo character, Scooby Dum,
yes.
his cousin.
Who I think is the... Sorry, I'm going to mention him again. Scooby Doo is the Scrappy Doo we deserve. Scooby Dumb is the Scrappy Doo we deserved.
The last thing I'll mention of Scrappy Doo, he's so bad that they made him the villain of the first live action film.
They did. Scooby Dumb is pretty cool. He's kind of ridiculous.
He's just like a southern version of Scooby Doo.
Yeah, it's nonsense. But it's much better than Scrappy.
Anything's better than Scrappy.
Yeah, the Gator Ghoul. And of course,
the episode following that,
the Gator Ghoul makes an appearance in a movie as well.
Yep.
The episode following that is...
Well, you know how Billy Polahan likes his puns? Well, this title for the episode is a really great pun one. What a Shocking Ghost features the debut of the 10,000 Volt Ghost, who is probably my personal favourite of the Scooby-Doo monsters.
Now, let's clarify. What a Shocking Ghost is spelt W-A-T-T. In terms of electrical watts. I think as well.
It is.
Yes, perfect. Perfect puns in Scooby-Doo. But the 10,000 Volt Ghost is a cool looking guy.
And his origin is the thing that gets me the most about him, because I love when the Scooby-Doo episodes make up this really crazy backstory for the ghost to exist. And it's exactly beat for beat like Electro's origin from Spider-Man, but he's now orange and walking about trying to destroy this little small ski lodge. It's a really fun episode.
This is another ski snow based episode. He's a great design. He's huge as well, and he's got this big gaping yellow mouth.
Skinny.
No, you don't make that guy skinny. You don't do
Even
it.
The guy's identity is an electric pun.
What's his identity?
Mr. Voltner.
Oh, yes. Why did this episode just... Right, we're going to do all the puns this week.
All the electricity puns happen in this. I remember there's a really great scene in this where Shaggy and Scooby go do their thing. They split up because Fred tells them to split up, I think, so he can go hit on Daphne.
Of course.
And Shaggy grabs some frozen hamburgers out of the freezer, and then he's like, "Oh, man, what can we cook these on?" And then he just puts them in a pan, and suddenly you see the 10,000 Volts Ghost's hand come underneath the pan.
That's perfect. That's awesome. I mean, there is actually a scene from this episode in the intro of the entire series.
Oh, yeah, that's where I got interested in him. Like, when I was a kid and I saw that intro, I'm like, where's the episode with that monster?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch this every Saturday morning till I find that monster.
It's what we're like Scooby and Shaggy hiding inside some sort of filing cabinet. And he's just pulling out all the different things, and they just, like Scooby-Doo does, they just changing from filing cabinet to filing cabinet, and then they shoot out and under his legs. Yeah, he's a very cool. He's one of the standouts of the Scooby-Doo show, for sure.
It's interesting that he didn't really have a costume per se. He
No.
had like a battery-powered suit.
Yeah.
That gets defeated by a giant snowball.
I love how some of them are defeated.
So ridiculous.
The wax phantom just gets cracked open, and
Imagine he was like suffocating in
doesn't the Gator Ghoul get like stuck on some sort of paste?
Oh yeah, he does, or she does, because it's Alice Dudley.
It's like,
doesn't he get stuck in gumbo or something like that?
I don't know what it is, but I'm sure Shaggy's trying to cook something, and it just ends.
I'm trying to cook here.
We'll
chase you later.
But like this batter or whatever they're making just ends up really sticky. So Fred basically drowns Shaggy and Scooby in flour, has them play as bait to the gator ghoul, and then run through this sticky batter that they've put on the floor. And because they're full of flour, they don't stick to it. But then the gator ghoul runs through it and gets stuck in all this batter that they then later eat. Once the unmasking has taken place.
The writer's room of Scooby Doo would just be like a riot.
I'd love to be. Right, Scooby Doo. What's the one that's on now called? Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated.
I think it's Too Cool Scooby Doo. Mystery Incorporated ended.
Well, Mystery Incorporated ended, did it? Right. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever they're making now, I want to get in on it.
Go make it better because it's really bad.
Right. Well, no, I don't want to get in that. I'll do my own Scooby Doo thing. Hint, hint. We'll talk about that later. I also wanted to bring up, actually, we said that they're not necessarily as scary in the Scooby Doo show, but the no-face zombie is terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Why is he so scary? He's so terrifying.
This is one of the rare instances where I think a zombie creature actually comes off as scary, because I usually don't find zombies scary, but this thing, it just wears like a purple cloak, it walks like it's limping, and it just grunts.
He does. It's hilarious. He shuffles, he drags his left leg behind him. How does he run?
And there's a gorilla in the episode for some reason.
There is. There's like a massive gorilla. Like, that's supposed to be... That they always refer to as King Kong, which is great. Bringing it back round full circle to Kong that we were talking about at the beginning of part 1, because this is now the start of part 2, because we've gone on for too long. But the no-face zombie somehow manages to run whilst dragging his leg behind him. And that just cracked me up while watching this.
It's like a really unnatural movement, which makes him a bit more creepy. It kind of goes back to what made Charlie the Funland robot really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know how they move like this, but God bless the animation.
Oh yeah.
Of old school Hanna-Barbera. Hanna-Barbera, by the way, I am a firm Hanna-Barbera kid. That is what I grew up on.
Oh yeah.
Sack Disney. Sack Nickelodeon, or any of that sort of stuff. Hanna-Barbera, this, Flintstones, Hong Kong Phooey, Captain Caveman, all that stuff.
That's the best kind.
That was my jam. But Scooby-Doo was, of course, the pinnacle. Well, this, all Hanna-Barbera and Looney Tunes, of course. But aside from all that, the no-face zombie is terrifying. He's one of the more memorable ones from the Scooby-Doo show. Now, I don't think you'll have this one written down, but we were talking about it before we started recording.
The Rambling Football Ghost?
The Rambling Football Ghost, who has a fantastic name. Why does he ramble?
I didn't see this episode, actually, before we started, but you can take the road on this one.
I mean, the guy... Seriously, I remember... Now, I am 19 years old now. I'm nearly 20 years old. I remember having nightmares about the Rambling Football Ghost when I was about 7.
Oh, man.
This guy stuck with me. Look at his image that's now on screen. He's wearing a number 13 football jersey that's ripped. He has horrendous eyes and just a skeletal face with a huge mouth, and he's just wearing like a football helmet.
Well, if you're a sports fan, go check this one out.
Yeah, it's one for the sports fans. It's one for the sports fans. I did not rewatch this episode purely because I don't want this guy in my life anymore.
I do like the name of his identity.
What's the name of his identity?
Buck Bender.
Oh, that's a very American football name from the 70s.
Definitely. This has got to be an episode for me to check out. Because if it scared you, the Horror House, man.
No, but this was when I was like 7. This was when I was. I mean, I'm not rewatching this episode. I'm not doing because it will terrify me. I like out of literally everything that scared me as a child, that guy sticks out above everything.
No, he definitely has one of the creepier designs.
Like, I don't know why, but I had to bring up that guy. It's not a particular, like, obviously I haven't watched this episode recently, but I don't remember a great deal about it. But what I do remember is that I think when we first see him, he stood like on top of the stadium.
Oh, that just sounds like a frightening image.
Like watching the game. I think that.
He's just trying to watch the game, and then
he's just trying to watch the game and cause chaos.
Like most of the villains do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember anything else about him other than the fact that he kept me up at night as a child. Let's talk about the Tar Monster.
Oh man, one of the most classic ones and one of the best ones from the Scooby Doo show, with a Raiders of the Lost Ark style episode in Turkey. How can you not love this guy?
It's so Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Just without the Nazis.
I just want the Tar Monster to now be in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Can you imagine that as like a fan friction question? Which movie would be improved by adding a Scooby-Doo monster?
That's the obvious answer. Or, now you've got us thinking. And technically, we're only 11 minutes into this episode, so...
I'd say put Captain Cutler in Jaws.
Oh, that's not a bad shout. I hate these things off the top of my head. I'm not. This is why I'm not good at speed rounds. No, blanking. Anyway, yeah. Except from the Tar Monster.
In the comments.
Yes, please do that. Or on Twitter. #HorrorHousePod. Yeah, early plug.
Hell yeah.
The Tar Monster. What is he? Is he some sort of He's some sort of guardian for an old empire's treasure?
Yeah, because I believe in the episode they're trying to find like oil or something like that.
Yeah.
And someone uses the legend of the Tar Monster to scare people away so they can, surprise, surprise, find treasure.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us that noise?
Okay, this is hilarious, actually. As we're recording a Scooby-Doo episode which loves to use lightning, there's a thunderstorm going on in Cyprus.
Oh, well. Oh, this is just atmospheric now.
We need sound effects.
It's pretty dry here, actually. So, lightning storms, perfect for Scooby-Doo. Although I don't think there's a lightning storm in the Tar Monster episode because it's in Turkey. Which
they don't get thunderstorms there. It's picking up pretty badly now.
Right. Well.
Imagine if this happened when we were talking about the 10,000 volt ghost.
And the lightning struck, and the recording cut out, and the 10,000 volt ghost is real.
It would have been better than Jamie Foxx's Electro.
Oh dear. No, but I'm pretty sure that anyone listening knows what the Tar Monster looks like.
If you don't Google this. He's exactly what you think he looks like.
He's exactly what you think he looks like, with a massive gaping red mouth.
And he is also in the Night of 100 Frights game, and you have to collect inventions to progress in the game, and you need to wear like boots to stop the Tar Monster.
Thinking about it, how dirty everybody in the Tar Monster episode must have got. How many showers they must have had to take is ridiculous.
Oh
Because that tar gets everywhere.
If they did do the tar monster again, like in a throwback episode, it would have to be a cigarettes factory.
Oh, social commentary.
Hell yeah. I could deal with that.
Oh dear. Perfect. I love the tar monster. I also love Old Iron Face.
One of the best introductions to any of the villains.
He water ski. She, I do apologise, she water skis in on sharks. It's exceptional.
It's perfect.
It's stunning. It's just, oh, the wind is picking up. The wind and the rain and the storm. It's just building atmosphere. That's all it's doing.
Yep, I've seen some pretty bad flashes here. I'm just waiting for Old Iron Fist to show up at my balcony.
You see him out. I don't know if you've got some sort of coastal view, but if you just see him,
I actually do. It's the terrifying thing.
Watch for sharks being water skied on it, and a guy just wearing a metal mask. His design as well.
This would be a great costume.
It would. That's a good one to cosplay as. Old Iron Face. It's a very cool design, and I like the hat as well.
Yeah, just like a captain's hat.
I'm a fan of Old Iron Face's hat.
I gotta rewatch that episode. That's one of the best ones.
I rewatched that one. That is a great one. Do you have anything else from the Scooby Doo show? Because I do.
I have two more that I can think of that come to mind. The first one is one that I just watched now, and really funny since HorrorHouse Picture Show was talking about a cure for wellness.
Yes.
The Ghost of Dr. Coffin episode is exactly like a cure for wellness with a Scooby-Doo villain.
Oh, fantastic. I didn't rewatch this one.
But Dr. Coffin, first of all, really obvious monster name.
Yeah. Wonderfully Scooby-Doo.
He looks terrifying.
I mean, I can vouch for that. I'm looking at a picture of him. The guy's creepy. You don't want him operating on you.
When you showed me the football ghost,
yeah,
he looks a bit like Dr. Coffin, but just like a doctor's suit.
Yeah, he does. I imagine them interchanging costumes and just deciding to go on each other's adventures.
Crossover.
I'll do the football today. You can do the operating. Okay. Yeah, they just come to agreements with each other. But yeah, that guy's creepy looking.
He's got a Universal Monsters appeal to him.
He does look like that, doesn't he? He has a very old school look to him.
It's at a creepy sanitarium, and the villain is the ghost of a mad doctor who performed experiments on his patients.
It's just perfect. It's exactly what you're looking for. I mean, well, I love these storm sounds.
Oh god, it's really picking up now.
I also have written down, maybe my favourite named Scooby-Doo monster is the Diabolical Disc Demon.
This is one that I have not seen.
Now,
but I'm gonna guess he looks kind of like what you'd imagine from an anime, maybe.
So, getting this straight, you don't know what he looks like. Do you not know? You don't know what he looks like. He looks like a member of Kiss.
I'm looking it up right now. Oh my god!
Look at that guy.
That's like Gene Simmons in the 70s.
That is exactly what it is. He's got this big red hair, and he just looks like a member of Kiss mixed with Joker, but with red hair.
That has got to be a crazy mask to put on, or that could just be makeup. I don't know, I have to see this episode.
I do not recall anything from this episode. This wasn't one of the episodes I rewatched. But how can you not think that guy is memorable?
Well, he's definitely got a memorable look.
It's It's incredible.
Oh god.
Oh my god. I mean,
I do have another one to bring up.
please do.
This one has a personal connection.
Ooh.
Because it was the first ever Scooby Doo monster toy that I owned.
Right.
And I'm a big fan of Formula One because, I love extreme sports.
Yeah.
The Phantom Racer
Now
is a terrifying episode of Scooby Doo.
it's not one I'm familiar with. I won't admit to being familiar with the Phantom Racer, but
Oh, it's classic, man. It's like
he
what happens
looks.
is they're at a Grand Prix,
Mm,
and this ghostly of a former racer is coming and kidnapping the drivers.
he
And he just
looks
disappears into
terrifying.
fog.
He disappears into fog.
Yeah, and there's even a
Yes.
scene where one of the drivers he kidnaps comes back and he looks terrified out of his mind.
Yes. I mean, this guy looks terrifying. He's just all in blue. Again with the helmets. You like helmets, don't you?
I do, and he's got he's like a glowing Formula One car,
Right.
which is just awesome.
I mean, he's got a sort of Voldemort nose to him as well, and red eyes and skeletal face. He looks like the rambling football ghost, but of Formula One.
He is a great one.
Oh my god. That guy does look terrifying. In fairness to him,
I could probably cosplay as him. It's a pretty simple costume.
I am unfamiliar with that episode though.
I highly recommend it.
Well, there we go. I think we've talked about most of the good stuff with Scooby Doo there. I think.
There's one we haven't actually that just came to mind.
Go on.
This is from Where Are You, but he does make some appearances later. The Ghost of Redbeard.
Oh, of course.
How could we have forgotten him?
Again, he's got an awesome laugh.
Oh yeah. He's Ginger Blackbeard.
He is. That's exactly what he is. But that is one I'm surprised we forgot about actually. Why didn't I write that down?
Yeah, I know it's classic, like a ghost ship, but I'm bringing it back to the 100 Fights game. He's one of the bosses that you face towards the end, like as a boss battle.
Yeah.
What you have to do to defeat him is you're in this pirate ship cabin. There's a treasure chest of gold that's like being held up by ropes, and Redbeard's just throwing his sword at you, and you have to trick him into throwing his sword at the ropes.
I love it.
Just until this treasure chest comes and crushes him.
I love it. A ghost ship. It's like the fog.
It's like what the new Pirates of the Caribbean is trying to do.
Oh,
but
don't even. Let's start not bringing that up.
Ugh, gross.
Moving swiftly on from talking
you got any
about
more
that.
from the TV shows?
I don't have any more from the TV shows. Really, I mean, obviously, I'll mention after the Scooby Doo show, they introduced Scrappy Doo, and then it started to go downhill.
We could argue he's the biggest monster to Scooby Doo because he's the most annoying.
Well, that's true. But, there is, of course, the very memorable 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo in there somewhere.
Oh, yes.
With Mr. Vincent Price himself playing the
You
role.
need Vincent Price for that.
Yeah, playing the role of Vincent Van Ghoul.
Oh, that's
Which
just
is
such a
a
classic
phenomenal
Scooby-Doo villain.
phenomenal name. He's not actually the villain. He's sort of.
He's like a host? Yes.
No, he's sort of. There's character archetypes. There's official names of character archetypes, and I can't think of what he's the one that sets them on the journey.
Inciting character.
Yeah, something. He's like the Gandalf of this. He's like that.
No. Now you're making me imagine Vincent Price as Gandalf.
Which would have been incredible.
Spooky Gandalf.
Yeah. He's sort of like... I want to say the Gandalf or the Obi-Wan Kenobi of the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. I mean, that series sticks with me because of Price, but aside from that, it's nowhere near the quality of these earlier ones, but I mean, we've got some animated movies in there as well.
Before we head on to that, I'll just give some honorable mentions, but I won't talk about these monsters just because they've got cool designs. So Google them up.
Let's do it.
You've got the Skeleton Man, which is of course from the live-action Scooby Doo movie as well. The really weird ones.
Yeah.
Jaguaro, who appears in a later.
Yes, true. Jaguaro's pretty nice.
And the cat creature, and of course a personal favorite of mine, the Moon Monster.
The Moon Monster.
It's like it's set in Hong Kong, I believe.
The Moon Monster. Does he have a helmet as well?
I can't recall.
The Moon Monster.
Right now. He probably does. That's probably why I remember him.
Oh, actually, thinking about ones we missed out, I don't recall the name of this guy, but if anyone remembers the name of this guy, I'm sure this episode is either set in China or in a Chinatown somewhere, and he's got this gold Oriental mask and these white robes.
I know the one you're talking about.
You know the one I'm talking.
I remembered googling him earlier.
I don't know what he's called.
Me neither. It'll come if it comes to me. We'll bring it up before the show ends.
Yeah, I'll put up.
Turns out Moon Monster doesn't have a helmet. He just looks like a Japanese chupacabra, really.
Right. Okay. Let's give this a quick. Okay. Fair enough. That guy looks pretty. I mean, this is sort of a more monstery than a person.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a pretty nice looking monster. I mean, you know, Scooby Doo they've had Yetis, they've had all sorts of stuff like that.
I found the ghost you were looking for.
You found the ghost I was looking for. This is the ghost I'm looking for. These
the ghost of Zen Twao.
Zen Twao, right.
In a haunted Buddhist temple.
In a haunted Buddhist temple, right. So there, the picture will be up on the screen. The ghost of Zen Twao.
He does have a cool look.
He does have a cool look. I remember the look. I just don't remember. Didn't remember the guy's name.
His real name is called A Fong.
God. Oh no.
These are ridiculous.
Oh no. Anyway, should we? I am actually conscious of time now, even though we are maybe halfway through the second part of the Scooby Doo episode. I knew we were gonna go long.
We're talking about some of my favorite parts now, which is the early animated movies, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
I cannot wait to dig into this.
What sticks out for you?
Okay, I'm not going to say my favorite one yet, but one that sticks out for me sticks out because it changed the entire aspect of Scooby-Doo, and that's Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
Yeah.
Which was the first one to introduce supernatural threats.
Yeah.
With still keeping with the whole, who's the monster thing, but they're actual zombies, and it's set in a southern kind of lake thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a game changer for Scooby-Doo. This set the bar. It's that the other animated movies followed. And I wish this is what the live action ones did.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have liked to think that the live action ones would have looked at the earlier animated, like Zombie Island, and gone, oh, I mean, it was set on an island. It was a, what was the live action? It was set on an island. It was an amusement park. It sort of had all the
Scrappy-Doo as the villain.
It had the elements there. And I swear I've said this before as well. The cast of the live action Scooby Doo, I think, is pretty perfect.
It is perfect. They're just trying to act their way around a really terrible script.
It had all the elements there to work so well, and just really, really didn't.
What they missed was the heart. They never got the heart right.
No, absolutely not. Unlike something like Zombie Island, which, you know, on Zombie Island, which had the classic Scooby-Doo stuff, but like you said, it sort of gave these more supernatural stuff that we hadn't had before in Scooby-Doo. It was all, well, there's someone behind this. This is a real person. This is set in the real world. Everything's just, real.
And they followed that up with another supernatural one, which this is going to link back to when I first appeared on your podcast.
Oh.
Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost features a parody of a Stephen King archetype voiced by Tim Curry trying to resurrect the ghost of his witch sister, Sarah Ravencroft.
See, that just sounds incredible. If I've watched Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, it has not been for years.
Dude, if you go back and you see that, it's a nostalgia bomb. It's just so much fun.
I mean, the ghost of Sarah Ravencroft sounds very familiar to me.
She was voiced by Jennifer Hale, who's an incredible voice actress.
Okay.
For all the voice actor fans listening, she's fantastic.
Okay. I'm afraid to say I can't actually picture anything from Witch's Ghost right now.
It introduced the Hex Girls, which have become now kind of like a staple in Scooby-Doo lore.
Hex Girl, oh yes. I remember that
The gothic
name.
girl band.
Yes. The Hex Girls. Yes, nostalgia bomb.
Yep. The
Oh
first
my
half of
God.
Witch's Ghost is exactly like a Scooby-Doo episode. They unmask the villain, but then they find out, oh, this was all a hoax. This is distracting us from the real villain, Sarah Ravencroft, who's a real witch.
Right.
It's such a fun movie. Please watch it if you haven't.
Well, I think I will. I mean, I did want to bring up Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf.
Yes. Like Witch's Ghost for you, I haven't seen this one in ages, but
Yeah, well,
you can take it away.
This one I used to watch a lot. It does have Scrappy Doo in it, and Shaggy is wearing a red T-shirt for some reason.
Despite him wearing a green T-shirt on the cover of the movie.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
a green shirt on
that's
the cover
insane then, because he does wear a red T-shirt in the film. Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf, which is an incredible title. Oh, Shaggy's reluctant to be a werewolf. He's not entirely 100% on the idea. He would do it if he got paid, but he's not just going to up and do it. I just like the word reluctant. I just like that the word reluctant is used. As though it's not just like Shaggy turns into a werewolf. It's Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf.
I'm going to rewatch that right after we're done recording this.
But it's the sort of big finale of this film is Scooby-Doo meets Wacky Races.
Oh.
And it's outstanding. It's basically Dracula puts on this annual sort of rally car race. And in order for Shaggy to be turned back to his human form, he must win the rally car race.
That is Wacky Races.
It is Wacky Races. It's got so many monsters in it, all sort of central around Dracula, and it's castle based. It opens in Shaggy turns into a werewolf for the first time in a drive-in movie theater.
This sounds so perfect.
I mean, if you look past Scrappy Doo, you'll see a great film.
It's really easy to look past Scrappy Doo because he's that small.
I mean, he's not even that necessarily. He doesn't do the usual thing of trying to be center of attention every 5 minutes. He doesn't. That's not necessarily him in this. It is more of a story about Shaggy, his girlfriend, and the fact that Dracula's just being very, very manipulative.
As he does.
As he does. That one always sticks out to me. I used to watch that one a lot as a kid. And Yeah, I think that was like the late 80s or something like that.
Well, that's interesting because I think some of the later movies like Zombie Island and that, I think they came out in like early 2000s, maybe late 90s.
Right.
I didn't know Reluctant Werewolf was that old.
No, Reluctant Well, yeah, I swear it might have been like 88, 86, 88. Might be 88. Movie release dates. I'm good at them. But should we talk about what's obviously the best?
We should. We really should.
We really should.
Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase.
Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase is so good.
It is a complete blast, and from the movies, this is my favorite villain in any Scooby Doo movie because he's so damn charismatic and fun to watch. And he's not like a guy in a mask.
He's not.
A virus.
He's a computer virus made flesh.
With a really cool voice.
With a very cool voice. Not that I'm going to try and impersonate that either, but Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase See, this, it's sort of like, it's the weird new form of Scooby-Doo animation that I don't like as much as the old form of Scooby-Doo animation.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like, some of the cast is changed as well. I think most of the cast is changed. I know Frank Welker is still Fred. But I think Shaggy's changed. Shaggy's not Casey Kasem, and obviously,
no, it's not. I don't think so.
Obviously, Casey Kasem is Shaggy. I think Daphne is Grey Delisle though.
She's always there.
Who is a great voice actress, to be fair.
Yeah, and you have Gary Sturgis, I believe his name is, who was the voice of the main villain on Static Shock for all you DC fans, voicing our main villain, the Phantom Virus.
Yes. The Phantom Virus, who loves baseball.
Oh, he does love baseball.
He loves his baseball, does the Phantom Virus. Obviously, this film sees the gang in a video game, playing through levels. They get trapped in a video game. They have to play through the levels, collecting the Scooby snacks to progress. And it starts on the moon. It goes to the Colosseum. It goes to dinosaurs, and then it has a montage of like all the others.
That was my one thing that bothered me about it. I would have loved to have seen those other levels.
I think the film would have gone on for quite a bit longer, though. I mean, I don't think it's not a long film, though, is it? It's not long.
No,
it's like
70 minutes.
Yeah, I think they could have done. I forget what some of those are now. I swear there's one in like Egypt.
There is. Actually, I'm going to get onto this right now. Twitter, #release Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, the director's cut. I want to see these levels.
All the levels I want to play through, because you'll get more Phantom Virus stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And
there was a video game based on that was really fun.
Was there? Why do I not know these?
I had it for PlayStation 1.
Oh, that's incredible. That is incredible. Actually, thinking about it, if they had have played through all these levels, it would have made it even more special in the final level when they meet their in-game counterparts or in-game versions of themselves.
Yeah, and they have the same voices, but you can tell they're kind of distorted.
Yeah, they're like computerized robotic voices. They're in the classic, the old school get up. Fred has his ascot in the game, where he doesn't. He just wears like some sort of polo shirt.
And Daphne's wearing like a jacket, not her scarf and jumper like she usually does.
I think do both Scoobies have like? I think one has a blue collar and one has a red collar.
Yeah, the computer one has a red collar.
Shaggy's got a red t-shirt and a green t-shirt, and I think Velma's the same.
I'm reluctant to see that.
You what? You're reluctant to see that?
Yeah, I'm reluctant to see Shaggy in a red shirt.
Nolan Dean and the reluctant Scooby-Doo viewer. Oh God. But the final level of Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase is so incredible. It brings back the Tar Monster, the Creeper, the Jaguaro, the Gator Ghoul, Old Iron Face, and what's even more phenomenal is that each of the gang, because there's now 10 of them, they split off individually with their other versions, and it's like the Freds are fighting the Gator Ghoul and the Velmas are fighting Old Iron Face, and it's incredible.
Daphnes are fighting the Creeper, I think the Shaggies fight the Tar Monster, and the Scoobies are fighting Jaguara.
And it's set in an amusement park.
Bringing it right back, and the final part is in an arcade.
Yeah.
Which is perfect.
It's so perfect. It's so good.
And if anyone doesn't remember the Phantom Virus, I'll give you a little bit of nostalgia here, because I can actually do his voice pretty well.
Go for it.
If you thought my hitting was good, wait till you see my pitching.
Nice. Lovely.
He sounds kind of like the Joker, in a way.
He sounds kind of like the Joker, but not quite as maniacal. Not quite. He doesn't like fun as much as the Joker does.
No,
Phantom
even though he's
Virus.
quite of a playful character, he's not as crazy as the Joker.
No. Seeing these old school villains in this new form, in this sort of new form Scooby Doo animation, I don't think it doesn't look bad. That's not what looks bad. That's not what looks jarring. Not bad, I should say. Whereas I think for me, the gang themselves at the start are quite old. After having watched thousands of episodes of Scooby Doo, Where Are You over the past 24 hours, to then go and watch Scooby Doo and the Cyber Chase, and it be like, oh, this is different.
Yeah, it's jarring, but it's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But Iron Face again enters on his on his water ski sharks. The others don't even have that of a good entrance. They just sort of walk around the corner. They just sort of turn up. But then it's like, oh, there's 4 of them. Let's go down to the beach, I think they say. And then it's like, oh God, here he comes on his water ski sharks.
Is there any villain from the old series that you would have liked to have seen at the end of Cyber Chase?
Oh, Charlie.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
Charlie.
Why wasn't he in it?
Charlie, just to bring it back to the amusement park.
See, I was going to go 10,000 volt ghost because I think him and the Phantom Virus would have good banter.
Oh, that's true. What would that have? That's far too much electricity.
I do love in the final bit of Cyber Chase where they do take down the Phantom Virus. You
Yeah.
feel like cheering when he's defeated.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about this film. It just... for some reason, it just sort of... I don't know if it's the story structure of playing through a video game, but it feel... You're very sort of connected to it, which is something unlike most Scooby-Doo stuff. Scooby-Doo is a fun, easy watching thing, but this is like, oh, come on, next level. And it's like, you want them to win.
I watched the DVD so many times as a kid, I think I had to apologize to the DVD owner's store because I kept coming back to get it.
I love it.
Just like, oh, one more Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, please. Oh, that kid's back.
Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, yeah!
Yeah, that's me, man. I even tried to dress as the Phantom Virus one Halloween, but that's a very difficult costume.
That's a very difficult costume.
You can't do that with paper mache.
Oh, I wouldn't want to try. It'd take ages.
I know we've talked about the Cyber Chase for a lot now, but there's two other straight-to-DVD movies that are really great and are very underrated.
Go.
Scooby Doo and the Alien Invaders has Mark Hamill as a villain.
Oh, wow. I've not watched that one, but now I need to.
Imagine all the creepiness of the Space Cook episode, but it's now like alien abduction. You see Shaggy and Scooby get abducted by aliens.
Oh, yes.
And it introduces some supernatural elements to it. I'm not going to spoil anything of that because it's great to unfold, but
okay,
it's really great. And of course, I've got to bring up, because I'm from Scotland, Scooby Doo and the Loch Ness Monster.
Because I'm from Scotland.
Yeah.
Scooby.
It's actually pretty good. It has like the chase scenes and songs as well.
Oh, it has a nice chase song. Oh, that's always good. Cyber Chase has a nice chase song.
Hello Cyber Dream is on my iPod.
Yes. Yes. I did download some of the old chase songs. I did. I did do that.
Well, why wouldn't you want them?
I'm not. I now have a Scooby Doo playlist going on. That's something that has happened. No, I need to watch that then. I need to watch both. I need to watch both of them.
Alien Invaders, Loch Ness Monster, and then back to Cyber Chase, because why not?
Yeah, why not watch Cyber Chase again? Go and watch Scooby Doo in the Cyber Chase. It's so good. It's obvious who the villain is. It's obvious who the villain is from, like, after 20 minutes.
As soon as you see the Phantom Virus, you just know I'm in for a freaking ride.
Yeah. Oh, God. As far as, sort of, like, modern-day Scooby-Doo villains go, he is definitely the best. Because I know they did What's New Scooby-Doo in, like, 2002, which was
a revamped... With that show is it's too silly. It's not scary enough.
It was a revamped series. None of the villains... I couldn't tell you what any of the villains are.
There's one really ridiculous one that we'll have a bit of a laugh with. See if you can find an image for him. The Roller Ghoster in an amusement park episode.
Ghost. See, that sounds like it would be cool, but why do I think it's not going to be?
Because the motivation of the Roller Ghoster was sabotage my sister's theme park because I'm jealous.
Oh, no. The Roller Ghoster.
There is a really cool episode, though, of What's New Scooby-Doo, where the mystery machine becomes the villain. Why
is the roller coaster a big green thing?
I don't know.
Why did I have in mind that this would be some sort of spirit?
Because they wouldn't go that far.
This is a green monster. This is why Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, and the Scooby-Doo Show are the best seasons or series.
Absolutely.
Because
I'm just looking at some of the monsters now from What's New Scooby-Doo, and they are ridiculous.
This is just nonsense.
Ugh, what have we got here?
This is absolute nonsense.
The Space Ape?
Space Ape? I'd rather have the ape from Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, that we didn't mention, because it's just basically just a large ape. Not the one from oh my god. Nope. Gone blank. Not that one. Not the Space Ape. Not the Space... right, I've gone insane. We've been talking about Scooby-Doo for so long, I can't form words anymore.
There's also another one called the San Fran Psycho, which has a pretty cool concept.
That's an excellent name.
It's the ghost of an Alcatraz inmate who's attacking a skateboarding contest.
Why is he attacking a skateboarding I like the idea of a ghost of an Alcatraz inmate.
You'll see why, but
why
Ryan
skate?
Sheckler
Oh my god, look at that guy.
God.
Now that's quite a nice design.
There's also another one where it's a wrestling-based one where some wrestler had become really twisted from doing one of his moves, and when he runs, he just has his arms stuck to his body. Looks like he's in a straitjacket.
I don't know.
I can't remember that one.
No, I can't remember that one. I will try and find pictures of these.
There's a monster made from coral in one of them.
See, What's New Scooby Doo didn't realise that Scooby Doo was originally based on. It was horror made fun. It wasn't fun with monsters. It was horror made fun.
Luckily, Mystery Incorporated brought that back.
And I am yet to watch Mystery Incorporated. So
it's the revamped animation with like the feel of the classic Scooby Doo episodes,
right.
And it has a story arc.
Oh,
which has never been done in Scooby Doo.
Wow. Now I'm not so sure about that.
It works.
Do I like the idea of a Scooby Doo series long story arc?
They have like episodes with different monsters, but there is like one main guy who's behind it all.
Right. Fair enough.
There's episodes where they like take inspiration from Suspiria and Nightmare on Elm Street and The Shining.
Wait a minute. Matthew Lillard is Shaggy in Mystery Incorporated.
Yeah, he does. He voices him.
Has Frank Welker ever not been in a Scooby Doo thing?
No, I think it's just how he gets his paycheck.
He's literally in everything. He's Hanna-Barbera's god.
Oh yeah, and there's a character in Mystery Incorporated called HB Hatecraft.
Oh no! Oh dear! Oh no! Wow. Do you know what? This has been a long recording.
Is this your longest episode of Horror House?
Yes, and it's why you are currently listening to the end of part 2.
Oh man.
This is very long, rightly so, because Scooby Doo deserves this much love.
This was a great episode.
It is the reason. I honestly believe it is the reason I am a fan of horror, because watching this as a child, you know, having fun with it, but then associating the fun with the horror, and then going into horror, and then it's a reason I like fun horror now, and just horror in general. I honestly believe that.
You will show this to your kids?
I will show this episode to my kids, if and when. And then they will go and watch all... No, in fact, they will have watched Scooby-Doo long before any of this gets out. Everyone should just go and watch more Scooby-Doo. It's very easy to find as well.
Just take a day off work or something and just blast through all these. You'll have a great time.
They're hardly sort of strenuous to watch. Just have some fun. Sing along to the silly songs that's in the chase scenes. Laugh at the fact that, I don't know, the creeper gets his makeup done.
Avoid Scrappy-Doo at all costs.
Avoid Scrappy-Doo, but watch Reluctant Werewolf and the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, which Scrappy-Doo is also in. But watch them, because they're worth watching.
Watch the Cyber Chase.
Watch the Cyber Chase. Watch On Zombie Island. Watch Witch's Ghost. Watch Alien Invasion. Loch Ness Monster. Anything. Just share the love of Scooby-Doo.
It's just such a great series.
Nolan, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, man. This was a complete blast.
This was a phenomenal episode. It was probably the most fun episode I think I personally have ever recorded of this thing.
This was like
19 episodes in.
So much.
It really was. I mean, absolutely. Is there anything you want to plug right at the end?
Okay, well, as always, you can follow me at NolanDean27, and I think it's about time to announce this now.
Now is when you're choosing to announce it. Well, this is special. I do feel honoured.
Coming very soon, you will be seeing by me that is a horror anthology of stories that I've created called Midnight Myths. Season 1 is coming to you very soon. I've been working with some great voice actors. I've written all 6 of the episodes, and I want this to become a yearly thing. I want to bring back old school style campfire spooky stories and just bring them to the internet for you guys to enjoy. I'm going to put the link down below to the Twitter page. You can go follow that and get all the updates. But there's 6 of the best stories I've ever written, and I can't wait for you guys to see them. It's going to be like having a Twilight Zone that you can listen to.
Well, you know how excited I am. I don't need to tell you.
I know.
I do not need to tell you. There will be a link to that, to Midnight Myths Twitter. I feel honoured that you've decided to announce it on Horror House. But there will be
I wanted to, right away.
A link to Midnight Myths Twitter in the description of this. And as always, guys, you can follow me at the Purple Dawn. Follow the podcast at Horror House Pod. For hashtag Horror House Pod if you want to talk about Scooby Doo and all the wonderfulness that is. And yeah, give this video or give this episode a like and comment some things about what's your favourite Scooby Doo monster? What's your favourite Scooby Doo episode? What Scooby Doo monster that we didn't speak about do you think we should have spoke about? All that sort of stuff. Sub to this channel and all that, and share this. Most importantly, share this episode around if you did, and part 1 if you did like them, because Scooby Doo, not just me, Scooby Doo deserves your love. And
that is the best way I've heard anyone put it.
And yeah, that about wraps up. Nolan, thank you again for joining me on this.
Thank you so much for having me.
Wonderfully nostalgic journey. Guys, until next time, thank you for listening and goodbye.